Every year, out of the heart of the Roman Empire, endless wagons of gold journeyed eastward, not for purchased goods, but for a predator's promise, one of omission, not action. Attila, the figure behind these payments, uncovered an astonishing truth. To grow rich and powerful, one need not seize lands, but rather nurture fear as an empire. Old truths were swept beneath new winds. Terror, it seemed, could be meticulously packaged and distributed like any commodity. As Attila wielded fear like a merchant would silk or spice, he became more than a king of the Huns. He fashioned himself a master of a new empire, one where the menace unshackled borrows gained terrifying interest. The invoice came not in the shape of destruction, but in neat, calculated demands. There was no army at the gate, no fire in the night. There was merely Attila's word. He spoke, and gold flowed. The Roman tribute system, so structured and steadfast, became a side note in his fear economy, a mere ledger entry in a deal with the devil. Fear became not just a tool, but the product itself. Unlike armies, fear need not march. Rather, it conquered the mind from afar. Attila's reputation grew until it dwarfed even the might of his actual forces. His most lethal weapon was the whispered promise of devastation, the guaranteed uncertainty of his rage. The Catalonian fields saw this currency tested. When finally faced with a resolute opposition, Attila discovered that fear has limits when met with equal strength. Bold declarations faltered as the Huns faltered in ancient Gaul. The stalemate marked the first significant check to his terror-driven campaign, a reminder that even the intangible can meet resistance. Yet fear's currency is deceptive, fueled by its need to escalate. Each time Attila accepted tribute, the aura of his menace faced inevitable devaluation. To maintain the facade of impending doom, threats had to climb in horror. Armies marched again, not to conquer, but to remind the worlds of the nightmares that shaped them. When night fell on his wedding feast, Attila met the simplest of departures, a nosebleed marking a sudden, anticlimactic end. Surrounded by revelers, he left behind no grand strategy, no keen successor. His empire of terror, precipitated on his unmatched ferocity, could not carry on like gold. Fear, uncaptured and intangible, would valorize him no further. In the span of 2 years posthumously, his empire of terror crumbled under its own emptiness. The system he created held no lessons past, no yield, but in the immediate. Without the living force of Attila to breathe threat, the Hunnic king's terrifying shadow shrank rapidly into a memory, leaving only whispers and relics. Thus the ledger reads, all too stark, a catalogue of gold accepted, lives reshaped, civilizations bowed beneath mere words. Yet mathematics devoid of multiplication, loyalty less tangible than gold, assured no perennial legacy. The empire of fear, it turns out, left no mark in stone or lineage, only the breath of a name, Attila.